The arousal, orgasm, love, and vibration from the parent, father and mother, and it passed down to the first perfect self. And this first perfect self, when it split, it have a rule. When it split exactly whatever in the cell to the next one. That is the whole rule, simple rule. Okay? So, but later on, by impact, emotional, sickness, we make a lot of enforce something into the cell, which the cell don't like and I don't want it. So when they have it in there, when they split, they're going to be copy exactly the same thing there. Okay. So the Tao believe that if we go in to have what we call by multi-orgasm or love vibration, and go back to the close to the original of our embryonic stem cell. Okay? So that's a perfect cell. That's what the Tao believe that way. Now the technology of the stem cell very advanced. Okay? And that is what in the olden time they don't have that, but they know that a fetus cell in that moment they split a lot. So that is the one simple theory. And the West, the East and the West discover the same theory of the DNA renewal need. So if you believe it, if we can make something copy what happened when the first cell come to this world, is the make love, arousal, orgasm. Okay? Now we're going to start what we are learning now. If you are copy something that you are, you can do it yourself. And the Tao theory is that we have male and female within us. So we have it. Okay. Definitely another practice we call so we have male single cultivation, or we call male multi-orgasm. Female multi-orgasm. And so male, that is a really practice of the monk and nun and the priest. Okay? It's a real practice. The Tao have, I don't know, you believe it, not believe it. They have so many people, and within the history, there are so many people involved in the practice. And you go back so many thousand years. So any few thousand years, you still have up to a million people. Okay? And in any given of time, it can up to 100 million people. Okay? Don't talk about 14 billion now. So if you get the number and divide, go back time, okay, to build this population of 14 billion, how, go back 5,000 years, how many people? and it's about 10% they involve so much, at least 10% involve so much in this kind of practice. So that's why, and they're very good in writing, because they already have a language for a long time, so they write down a lot of experience. The only problem is that they have no unified. China is about 2,500 years ago. They are unified in language, but they never unified in speaking, not until recently. So 2,500 years old, when the first emperor, the emperor Qing, and he unified it, and he want everybody to read the same language, because that time nobody can read it. Everybody cannot read the language, so that's why the language is quite interesting thing, and the speaking now is unified in the Mandarin speaking. So all I try to tell you that, hey, there are many written down, and the Tao Canon, even nobody. I try to read it and try to do something. I said, I cannot do it. There are too many. Everybody have different thought because it's so big. Everybody have different thought and cannot be unified. Yeah. And my lucky is I learned a formula from my master, which he also take many years, 20, 30 years, and the grandmaster take many years to find some practice in systematically. That's how we have 9 levels. So what you are learning now is only first and second level. Okay. So the whole key in this sexual practice is the DNA renewal. DNA split need the power of arousal, orgasm, love, and compassion. And this one, I like it, okay? And exactly I try to teach. Because I grew up in the Christian, it seemed like love only, and don't talk about this, cut it off. Just the heart, that's it, okay? And what I learned is not that. When I started to learn, not that. This and this have to combine. And when the research on the West, they discover, hey, love have the same frequency, arousal, orgasm have the same frequency. But these two frequencies combined together, it double and quadruple, and that will affect the DNA split. What the DNA split mean? A new cell. What mean a new cell? A new generation. A new cell that's going to serve you. Okay, not an old and sick cell going to serve you. So it's in this is an incredible theory. If you understand this, so now when this energy so when we make love, when we feel love and arousal, that is one. When we feel love and arousal, or make love. So either way, when you feel love, arousal, or you make love. Make love, definitely the other partner make you feel aroused also. Feel you want to have sex. So, and love. So, or you make love, all cell and DNA actually make love. That is a very beautiful one, huh? When we make love or we feel love and aroused, all the cells actually make love. They cross over, they embrace each other, they make love, and they give birth. Now, the theory is when these cells do not reproduce, they will die. So, the original one that can split, dying, we get big trouble. Okay? So, a beautiful way. Now, the important part is that when this vibration reach the pineal gland, that's what we going to work now. They're creating a pineal hormone produced, and this creating a whole body conductivity. And this orgasmic vibration is creating like unconditional love. You feel so much love, so much joy, so much happiness. So I compiled this one together with the West and understand a very simple thing, okay? Love and sex is part of us. So in our body, the cells continue making love. And in our body, the white blood cell continue fighting and killing all the bacteria. So we say love and war continue happen inside us. We say a conflict or not conflict, but that's it. Love and war. It happens all the time. Okay? And we're going to see which one good, which one bad. It's how we receive our mind. So that is the major theory. If you understand this and think this and understand this, you enlighten. You're really enlightened. I can guarantee you, you're enlightened. And the rest now is a practice. Okay? And the practice is still very similar with that. This is a physically we can feel fire burn to be energy. But we, the same. Our cell combustion and burn and creating energy. And that's it. The air we breathe in, the nutrition we eat in, a spark, burn, boom. We have that. Turn to energy. Okay? Now we're talking about, in this part, we're talking about sexual organ. And why we choose the sexual organ? Because another theory is so important to understand. The physical, we have, if we say 100%, 25% stored in the sexual organ, kidney to have emergency, to have when we're very sick, okay? And that energy cannot be touched for emergency, but we fool them every day now. We fool them, we try to find any drug can tap in this energy and we have energy, So all kind of sport, if they can use kind of certain medicine and make them peak performance. The peak performance you pay for, but they don't see it. Usually the peak performance you pay for maybe another 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years. You don't see the immediate result, okay? But you see a Rome not going to fall in one day. They can take away if you don't have a very smart Kaiser for a long while, and it fall, okay? The same thing. People only see a gold medal and the rest fall apart. Later on, 15 years, they don't see it. There is a wise understanding what the result going to happen. That is so very enlightenment. It's a long endurance enlightenment. Okay. But we have 25% energy stored in the sexual organ for baby. And as I say, the emperor, they say, hey, if I can ejaculation 5,000 times and I have 3,000 concubines, I can have many babies. So that means everybody possesses the same power. You believe that? Only the king can have it, and all of you only have 1 or 2 ejaculation. Huh? You think so or no? No, you have the same. Google calculate out is 7 to 6. Google. I don't know who calculated that. But I calculate is 5. The Tao calculate is 5 to 6,000. Yeah. So you have a potential power. If you have 1 or 2 children, you don't want more. 3 or 4, you don't want more anymore. But you still have a potential, a lot of sexual energy. The body don't care about how many children you have. As long as they're still producing sperm or egg, they continue producing it. So in the process producing this is a lot of energy tap in to do it. So all the religious great masters, they discover this simple secret. If I stop the sex and I meditate, I transform sexual energy. But I tell you, I'm teaching this everywhere in this world. And I guarantee you, definitely I teach the Tao. I guarantee you, this Tao practice until now, nobody challenged me yet. Okay? That means we are still the best of the best. In openly teaching, this is the best of the best. Definitely, I'm the salesman of the Tao. Okay? And now I move myself up into a sales manager, you know. So now I just have to build up a team, push them to sell. That's it. But so far we're doing good, you know, and that is still one of the best. Nobody challenged me 35 years, and that's something. It should be something quite good. Okay. So sexual energy, the original force, we cannot tap in. We cannot use it because we are totally run out of it. And we are draining the original force. Your subconsciousness mind gone. Not enough power to do things. You want to do, but you don't have energy. Okay? You can have the best machine in this world, electronic in this world, but no electricity to run them. They're not going to run. Okay? So, the store in the organ, number one, you have to have enough energy to pull the soul and spirit stay with you. That is the number one. Number two, every breath we do need original energy to spark plug, to burn it to energy. And every organ store part of the original force to run everyday work. And that is a very important function of the organ. If we drain out one organ, my God, the function gone. Affect all the other organ function. Okay? So now finally, if we understand that, we have understand that only sexual energy we can tap in. You agree on that? Hello? If we agree on that, now we easy to do. Okay? So yesterday we started to learn a simple way, start the breath. A simple way, activate the testicle. And if you believe Chi, hand. Chi is the term of energy, a final energy, but we can call in and retrain in a lot of Chi. And this Chi, if we compare them like fire. So you put fire in the sexual organ, it started to transform it. So that is the one thing we learn. Today we need to go into the gland system, because the Tao believe that gland system contribute tremendously into our sexual life. Yesterday I showed you that this is what the West discovered, and it say exactly what we are doing. Every day, the sexual hormone have to come up to the brain, activate and stimulate the brain to active. Okay, so that's why yesterday when we do the massage, and it return energy up to the kidney and to the brain. And now we're going to do the energy work and bring the energy up to the kidney, up to the brain. Now they also discovered that they test on the man, progesterone can heal the brain damaging. And this is quite long research. I think it's not too long after my first book, Tao Secret Love, out there 35 years ago. So they discovered a worm. They have a very similar cell like human, and this worm only live 8.1 days. But when you they say, okay, let's make the worm celibacy, no sex. Put them in a tiny little room and no sex. Okay, and they discovered that the worm live longer, 11.1 days. Okay, and later on he said, I don't know, but he researched on he talked about the theory of the ancient practice. Okay, that it talk about if you can have sex and control ejaculation, the Tao said live long life, and that's what the Tao secret love talk about. So he make the worm, but you cannot teach a worm sexual kung fu practice. So they figured out, okay, if I cascade the sexual organ, and that produce the sexual organ that producing the sperm for the worm out, and after that let them have sex as they want, and they discover that they live longer up to 14 days. So simple, the number that I give you, if you learn how to just follow that number, you live longer. The number that we talk about, how 20 years old 4 days, and 30 years old 16 days, and so that number, so that is, so the Tao practice, they have proved it. So a lot of things now, Western research without understand what the West, what the East already have a practice, okay? And they receive it and they get it, okay? Now another very important part is the hormone system. And this hormone system actually is a big thing in our society. When, you know, all this hormone system, breathing system, heartbeat system, pulsing system, digestion system, absorption system, elimination system, and regulating the hormone system is subconscious, not in a conscious mind, okay? We cannot do anything to it. But in the Tao state, when you are lacking of original force, and if you believe this theory is right, okay, the subconscious mind, or we call autonomic nervous system, they need to run by the mind. Mind, eye, heart combined together, control all the subconsciousness, okay? The subconscious thing, they need energy, okay? So when people are totally ignorant, the mind only, I want money, I want this, and this, you know. So their mind is all total out. You believe it that it's going to affect your subconsciousness mind working? Hello? You are using too much of the mind in some other thing. Now, a basic function that's going to run the hormone system, a basic function that's going to run your breathing, a basic, your heartbeat, and your digestion, absorption, it will be minimized out. It will be suppressed out. So, and when we drain all the original force out, subconscious has no power. Just to basic control all the simple autonomic nervous system, they have no power to run it. Now, hormone get in disorder. Now, this big problem. So many people have hormone, one problem, and they take one medicine, and after that, it affecting digestion, and you take another medicine, affecting absorption, and take another medicine, affecting elimination, okay? So we're going to do this, very important. This is another energy that you can tap in. But when you make love and you're aware of it, and you're aware of all these major points, and that is where you're going to work with your partner, because all this is, so in the Tao, we believe that they have all the acupuncture channel, and the West know them as a milk line. And I find one medical book, they talk about, we have a woman have nearly 8 milk lines, and that's what the Tao discover we call the 9 flower. So you have 1, 2, that's the basic one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And actually, according to the hormone system and the sexual organ. And number 9 is the middle. So we call the epicenter. Right in below the pubic bone here. So 9 points. So all these 9 points here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 muli are attached to the gland. They are linked to the gland because the milk, the breast producing milk, and this breast producing milk, it tap in a lot of hormone system, tap in so many energy. So they have a line. So we're going to do this one. So when we start in the nipple, there are, when a lady feeds the breast to the baby, when the baby sucks the breast very hard, what do you feel in your uterus? Huh? You feel contraction, right? And that is a major part, thousand years they discover. Okay? Because the nipple make the uterus contract. Okay? So, and that is a major practice of the, we call the woman inner alchemy practice. So by activate the nipple, it first thing activate the uterus. Okay? And it activate the ovary. Men also have it when activate that, the nipple, when you it activate the prostate gland. That is very clear. Okay? And eventually you find, hey, this nipple, so we call this nipple have a connection to all the glands in the body. All the glands in the body. So from the upper part we have this going up. So we tap here, thymus. So this nipple have an activate of the thymus. And come up, thyroid, parathyroid, and come up, salivary gland, and come up, pituitary gland, and come up to the thalamus, hypothalamus, thalamus, and pineal gland. So pineal gland is become a very important gland. That the nipple and the pineal have a very closely connection. Okay? Now when you're coming down, about 1.5 inches, 4.5 centimeters, and that are connecting into the adrenal gland. It's a big gland. No, the pancreas. So pancreas have ducts and no duct. That means it's a gland. It's producing insulin. So that is a gland. And also producing digestion juice. So pancreatic juice. So you see every lunch or dinner when I have it, or in the breakfast, we always have papaya juice, no taste. It's only a raw papaya boil, and usually I mix with some ginger. Ginger help warm up the stomach and have digestion. But a papaya enzyme help digestion. So I usually after food I just have half a cup. Nice. Just take a moment. Papaya extract and the ginger mix a little bit. I drink. I feel good. Yeah, that is very good. So we have them available for you. That is the best tea you can have in the world. Okay. Now they make it into pill, papaya enzyme. Okay. And so that is the pancreas. And that's the pancreas. Okay. Now you're coming down another 1.5 inches, and that is approximately adrenal gland. That's a big gland. It's a big gland. You activate them, but not drain them. They activate them, they not drain them. And you're coming down the ovary. and the man more going down into their prostaglandin area. Okay, so ovary and the uterus, and when you come down here, the number 9 is connecting. For lady, it's connecting right on the gland penis. Man on the gland penis and woman on the clitoris, the clit. Okay, so this is a point that activates the clit, and the clitoris is very important because the clit is a major gland that is also the clit is connecting to all the glands in the body. So that's why we call the clit. So this, we only see the tip, but don't see the leg. Okay, but this tip have a connection to all the glands in the body also. So maybe the down know it, and they say, "Oh, playing with the clit, you know." Maybe playing with the nipple are more gentle, more better, huh? Yes or no? Yeah. So that's why they have the whole. If they got clitoris qigong, they say, "Oh my God!" And that's it. Okay. Now the nipple is still, oh my God, you know, still a little bit not very accept with the religious. No? How can you do that? You know, so sinful, so dirty, and you have to wash your hand and ask God forgiveness for many times when you do it. You know. But the Tao say, "Hey, it's your organ, you know, and what you going to do with it? You don't do something, wait until you get sick, cut it off, and throw them away." And that's what we are doing here. All these things is sinful, but when you get sick, it's okay. Okay, and when you go to operation, it's okay, you know, because you sin. That's why you get sick, you know. That's in olden time. This is what they are, right? And that's how they get rid of all the witch doctor, because the witch doctor, they know how to do potion. They take all the dragon egg shell, they get the fox, you know, and the toes, you know, they have all kind of thing put in and make a potion. And when people get sick, they put on it or they take in, they get better. But in that time, that when you sick, because you sin against God, so you are deserved to what? Punishment. Okay. If somebody heal you, they sin against God. So what? Get rid of it. Okay. So now we know that, oh no, get sick is tiny little thing, we don't see them, they make us sick, you know. So, okay, so let's do that. If you have any guilty, you can go home and wash your hands. God forgiveness, you know. Okay, so let's do this. I tell you, it's very good practice. We call the 9 flower qigong, and it's very good practice. Stand up. And very standard, simple practice. Focus. Put your mind in it. See any pain or tension. Smiling sunshine. This is a very powerful qigong. Very simple and powerful qigong. When you feel any pain, any tension, smile into it. Reverse direction. This is simple weight movement. We should do every day. Simple. Sometimes too simple thing we don't like to do it. Very simple. And when you rest, you smile. Picture the hip, lumbar, sacrum. Feel nice and warm. That is a very, very good meditation and bringing attention into the hip and your lumbar. And feel it nice and warm. That is beginning of simple Qigong. Okay? Now sacrum is the biggest pump, very big pump. So powering on the sacrum. And reverse direction. And turning front and back. So sacrum controlling all the sexual organs. That's why it's so important. Okay? Now spiral clockwise. And counterclockwise. So now this is the circle. And sparkle breathing. So it's very standard, simple practice, but I tell you it's very good. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So sink down a little bit. Inhale, stand up. Exhale. Sink down. You have activate 3 little heart here. 1, 2, 3. And inhale, stand up. Exhale. Inhale. You have to get something that you can do every day and do it. All you have to do is just do it. Exhale. Exhale, cloudy and gray color. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, golden light into your brain and your spine. Exhale, let go any cloudy and gray color. Rub the head warm. Feel your sacrum and cranial. And the rest of the pump are activate, nice and warm. And rest. Abdominal breathing. So all this simple, and if you think them as a pump, okay? And mostly we only aware of the heart pump. But the Tao talk about we have many pumps. And that's why the whole theory in the Tao is a pumping system, okay? So that's why the whole theory is pump, pumping system. And everything is so much involved with the pumping system in our life. So like this one, we have this second pump, okay? Like a boy and girl stepping on the water wheel, pumping the water up. And this another very famous chart that draw for many thousand years. They said we have the spinal cord is like a tall building. So now the tall building, the most important part on the top is what? You need to have water, right? If you're on the 24th story high and no water, hey, what are you going to do? Walk down and carry water up 24th story and just go to pour on the toilet and you have to go down again. It don't work that way. So a simple theory is that a fire buffalo carry the water uphill. This is only pump up here. But a fire buffalo carry the water up. And that is, in the olden time, they have no concept of the pump. But they have the same concept. Is I living in a mountain, and I have no water. So I have to go down to take the water, pump it up. So a boy and girl step the water up here, and I put it into a buffalo. And they have fire and they boil the water. They call it fire buffalo. And the buffalo carry the water up the mountain. That's how they think about it. So they say, hey, when I sit and meditate, I feel something are moving. They say, hey, something are moving. And they think about, if I want to bring energy up high, it's like a buffalo bringing water up the mountain. Okay? So that is how they discover that, hey, in the body, there are many pumps, many places that can help make the water upward. So that's why the old picture showing that, hey, they're very concerned about the pump because there's nothing involved with the belief system. Nothing involved. Human. And your soul and spirit. That's all. Okay? You believe in God or you don't believe in God, you still have soul and spirit, you believe that? Yes or no? But when you don't believe in God, you go to hell. Right? And the rest people that don't believe it go to hell. And that's what we are making displaying very well. You go to hell, I go to heaven. Is that different? Huh? You make you very different, huh? Yeah, I go to heaven and you go to hell. It's very different. Yeah, the Tao said, no, everybody can go to hell. I go to heaven. Sorry. So either way, the Tao is say, hey, you can go to heaven. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that is a major part. So when you do the spinal breathing, you activate all the pumping system. So they're very simple. Okay. When you learn your sacrum, when you're moving the sacrum, so the sacrum they are moving this way. That's what we're going to do. The sacrum, that is what the boy and girl stepping on the water wheel. And when you do the testicle and ovary breathing, so this is the basic training. So you sit and your sacrum tuck a little bit and coming back. So the sacrum actually are moving. So you sit, your sacrum tuck, and you push a little bit more, and now the sacrum come back. So like a circle. So this one we call turning the water wheel. So you tuck and turn. 1, 2, 3. So this alone, you feel so good because you feel something are pumping up from the base up to the higher center. And that alone is beginning with the spinal cord fluid. And later on, this spinal cord fluid, when you add in the sexual energy, and it pumping up into the spinal cord. and it go up to the brain or go up to the organ. That's how it works, okay? So you get the movement. There's only two movements. Sink, tuck the sacrum. That's one. And you see, your sacrum tilt this way, okay? Everybody get the movement right? Sit down, sit. Try to sit, but not sit, okay? Sit, but not sit. Sit. Now, your sacrum has to be tucked, yes or no? Yes? Try to sit like this, okay? Try to sit like this. It's not going to work that way. So when you sit, so it's very instinct you're doing. You sit, your sacrum tucked in, and you sit down, and that's why we sit on the sacrum. Okay, because the sacrum tucked in. Okay, and when you sit too long, the sacrum don't work well. Okay, so that's why we call sit but not sit. Now this movement is you push your sacrum. Okay, you push the sacrum to the front. So you see, you push the sacrum, and you're coming back up. That's it. The only difference is you push the sacrum. That's the only difference. Okay. Maybe you come up here. No. Very simple. If you get simple, okay. So you see, you sit, no, sit, sacrum tuck. Now I push your sacrum to the front, and now you stand up and your sacrum come back. That's it. So tuck. You have to relax and tuck your sacrum. Now push the sacrum. That's it. And now you stand up. That's all. The sacrum is the rotor of the boat. That's why it's so important. So you sit, tuck the sacrum. You lean back and you tuck the sacrum to the front, and you're coming back. Now you back to original. So the sacrum are spinning. We call turning the water wheel. And this turning the water wheel later on involved with the lumbar. Sacrum lumbar push to the front, and you come back again. So you see, and the sacrum and the thoracic, sacrum thoracic, sacrum lumbar and thoracic move. So the whole spinal cord like pumping the water upward. So they call it turning the water wheel. Okay, and yeah. So now you see, it's a very standard way. Okay, so let. Okay, thank you. Okay, try. You see, you get a partner. Make sure the not too tense, and the partner push your sacrum and your lumbar, and you come up. Okay, and it's the whole 3 layer: sacrum, lumbar, thoracic. It's a spin upward.